Hello, this is Angela with Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead, and I want to do an early morning walk through the garden to see what I can harvest or what needs to be removed from the garden. And I'm going to begin over here. As you can see, the Brussels sprouts are still doing well, and they are putting on Brussels sprouts. I like how the large leaves protect the Brussels sprouts beneath. And also over here, I think I'm going to harvest this head of broccoli. And this one is a little small. I might wait another week on this one. The garlic is coming up well. I have garlic planted inside these little cinder blocks here. That parsley over there looks overgrown, so I'll probably harvest a little more off of that this morning as well. I've been removing a lot of the okra that were in the pots, as you can see here, and I'm going to take those and place them into the compost pile. The strawberries are coming along. Of course, they can tolerate the cold temperatures. And as you can see here, I have a strawberry runner that I'm trying to root, and I had to use this landscaping pin to try to hold it in place. And I did the same thing for this one, and this one to try to get new strawberries. When it was really hot this summer, I lost a lot of my strawberry plants, and these are the ones that are remaining. But I'm hoping to fill the bed out again with additional strawberries by taking advantage of the runners and also purchasing more if I need to. Over here is my dedicated potato bed, and as you can see, I have some parsley that I can probably snip off of here. The thyme as well. There's more parsley over there. But that's basically it that I typically grow in this bed. And of course, parsley and thyme are great companion plants for potatoes. Over here I have more Brussels sprouts, and you want to remove all of the damaged leaves so that it doesn't cause a problem for your plants. Same thing here, more Brussels sprouts growing under there. They haven't gotten big as of yet. Here's another one. We had a lot of rain last night, and they look like they might need a little fertilizing. So I may give them a little more nitrogen from my aged chicken manure. Here's another one, as you can see there. You want to remove all of these kind of leaves, and it's going to go in my compost bin. I'll just set it here for now. And over here I have my collards and a few broccoli. I don't know why these haven't gotten very large. I don't know if it has to do with a lot of the leaf damage that I removed or not. But this one seems to be trying to open just a little, so I may go on and harvest it as well. I harvested collards about a week ago, so I'm going to allow these to continue to grow a little bigger before I harvest from them again. And this is broccoli that I've already harvested, but I'm waiting on the side shoots to develop. The same thing with this one. And as you notice, guys, from the plastic bottle greenhouse, I'm repurposing these what are they called? These the tubing, and also the bottles. I'm using it so that when I need to cover my beds, it would be easy for me to just place the white plastic over the beds. And so that's how I'm repurposing these items. I also have a few onions growing in here. In this bed, I have a beautiful head of broccoli that's ready to be harvested. And I have some cabbage in here. And they've just started forming heads in here. I have a couple of kale plants, and I've harvested from my kale recently also. So I'm going to give them another week or so to grow. And of course, there's onions in just about every one of my beds. This broccoli, I'm going to let it go for about another week or so before I harvest. And as you can see here, I've got a lot of parsley I need to harvest from. And of course, the more you harvest, the more it typically grows. But in the winter, I'm surprised to see it's probably going to die back a little. So I need to go on and harvest it while it's nice and green. Here are my sugar snap peas. And it looks a little frostbit, as you can see there. Nonetheless, though, I'm going to harvest them today. Here are my mustard greens. And I'm going to fertilize all these greens today with my chicken manure. Because I like them to be a little bit bigger than this. And these were also mustard greens that I planted later in the year. I called myself staggering my planting of mustard greens, but I might have planted them a little late because it doesn't look like they're coming up as well as I would have liked them to. And it could be because, of the dropping temperatures. Here are some more mustard greens, some collards here, more mustard greens, and these of course are turning a little yellow and dying off. So more collards over here, some more mustards, collards, some red onions in here. Everything in this particular pot seemed to have died off. I don't know what happened, but I'll just save it for next year. Here are my raspberry bush here. Oh, and I've been collecting busted bags of potting soil for my raised beds for next year. So when I'm ready to plant, I'll have enough soil to cover all of those leaves that I've covered my raised beds with. I'll be placing more soil on top of it before planting. So far it looks like I can harvest broccoli, parsley, and thyme. Here again are more cabbages, kale, and onions. There's a container of cabbage, spinach. I think I might try to take some of the young spinach sprouts from here and place in that empty container to see if I can get it to grow in there. Here are more collards, and as I've stated, I harvested about a week ago from here, so that's why they're still small. And another thing of kale. This is my lemon balm. As you can see, I've cut it back and it looks like it's dying back, but you see all the new growth down here at the bottom. And these are my blueberry bushes. I have another lemon balm here, peppermint, and in the back is my spearmint. Here are some more of the sugar snap peas. These look like they've been affected by the cold temperatures, but I'm not going to pull them out just yet. I'll give them a minute to see what they might do. And then over here is where I have more cabbage. And as you can see, it's beautiful. You can see the water still on the leaves because it rained pretty much all last night. And here, my comfrey that I purchased from Diva Jones 03 is still hanging in there. And of course, this is my compost bin. And this time of year is great for composting. And as you can see, I've got all kinds of stuff in here. Eggshells, tea bags, the stems from my greens, all old tomatoes that rotted, all kinds of things in here. And I'll be adding more leaves in here, and also some soil from one of my buckets that I use to grow food in. And over here is my herb bed, and the rosemary is just growing super big, and as well as this lavender. I didn't expect it to get this big, otherwise I probably would not have put it in my raised bed. And as you can see, I have lots of onion chives I can harvest also, or just cut it back if I don't use it. And but you see all this parsley here, oregano. I could probably harvest from this oregano too. And here's my sage. This is my goji berry here. More collards. And when I was harvesting my collards the last time, I accidentally pulled the top part of it off, and so that's why I have two that I damaged, but the others are doing fine. And then also it looks like the romaine lettuce has had it. There's only one that still looks kind of healthy, but the others have been destroyed by the frost, so I'm just going to pull these up. And of course, these are the last of my blackberries that are in the process of rooting. By just sticking the tip of the end of your blackberries in soil, it will root. And so just wanted to come and give you a tour of the garden as to how it's looking in December, and also to share with you what I plan to harvest from the garden today, which again is broccoli, parsley, thyme. May get some of that oregano as well from the garden. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Thank you so much. God bless.